We tried to get Michael on last time, and then he was a bit poorly, so he's back, which is good. So it feels like a victory that he's made it here. He is a James Tate Black Memorial Prize shortlistee, and he's on a tour for his literary thriller British Story, and the Morning Star called this a loud and extraordinarily compelling novel, and Kirkus Reviews called it a brain-tickling web of delights and surprises, and he name-checks everything from Foucault to Faustus, from Troilus and Cressida to Thus Spoke Zarathustra. I've drunk way too much for this spell. So I'm going to hand you over to someone who does words properly, and that. So we're very proud to have Michael here, and I hope you're going to give him a huge bad language welcome. Michael Nath.
That says you like a quiz at bad language. So, which of the following Renaissance curses occur in British Story? Your Frenchman will give the shrug as soon as called the captain. Turd in the teeth. May your arse roast in hell like an onion. Well, my name's Cunt and I'm not at all pleased to meet you. Tell me the answers at the bar afterwards. And Fats and Joe have assembled a magnificent prize fund, and Fats has been forging a post-thought all afternoon, and Joe's contributed an autograph of Leo Sire. It's also forged. Fats, I can only read for 2 hours, so I better be a bit brisk about it. The basic setup of the book, you've got a fellow called Kennedy, and Kennedy's a naive man, I think that's the word for him, and Kennedy goes in search of characters to give his life meaning. And he meets a green-eyed Welshman who's called Arthur Mountain, and he meets Arthur's crew as well, and with Arthur and his crew he gets involved in a hunt for the worst man there is. And you can see Falstaff or Joe on the cover, and there's a dose of Falstaff in Arthur Mountain. So I've selected 3 passages for you tonight. One's a marital sex scene actually, the other's history scene, and the other's football violence. And after you get to a certain age, you can't tell the difference between the 3 things. A history lesson, and Kennedy's eavesdropping while Arthur Mountain dictates to his secretary. I have heard it was quieter in the past, and certainly you didn't have the variety of noises that drive us up the wall nowadays. Electronic announcements, for example. Unattended luggage presents a security threat and may be removed and destroyed. What with exactly? An ICBM? A pin? Where the fuck are they proposing to destroy it, if we may ask? In the station? Or these BBC reporters who sound like they've got pie all over their teeth? Not to mention you imps with your hands-free phones telling the world about your hangover or bum problems. Don't sulk, I spoke inclusively. You aren't particularly discreet on that thing anyway, if you want the truth. Anyhow, these fucking noises, and anyone could add to the list if we asked around, there's nothing new about them. Put it down. What they are is shadows of the original noise. But that noise is one thing, and these are all broken up like splinters. Where there was one, now are many. Down, Johnny boy, put it down. Original noise? Well, in the time of King Lludd, 2 L's, 2 D's, a plague hit the land, and do you know what sort of plague it was? No, not bubonic. Sonic, as it happens. That plague was a scream. Audible everywhere upon the eve of the 1st of May, like a siren. You couldn't hide. Cast the British into a great despondency. The women miscarried their babies, the men lost heart and lived in fear, kids went mad, cattle died. Must have been the worst because they knew it was coming. Each spring, fear mountain. Imagine how they felt as April passed, like waiting for war. Worse even, a war might not happen, the Scream will. Well, lad, he cured the land of the Scream in the end. He discovered the cause. What was it? Dragons kicking off. And he did some magic, which we won't go into here, as I see you grinning with your technologically enhanced teeth, Johnny Bach. But the point is, the multitude of noises that piss in our ears are shadows of the Scream. Like the modern world's trying to get back to the one terror from a million nuisances. And we see this sort of thing again and again, if we know how to look. I'll ho-ho you. Only one way you know how to look. Like a fucking Corinthian, amigo. How much that haircut cost you? Come on, 50 quid plus, wasn't it? 75 I'll warrant. Paul and tall soul, chapo guapo. Where do you go? I know you Corinthians. I haven't spent 75 quid in my life on hairdos. Style my own fucking hair, I do. Look, feel it, won't bite. In fact, we don't have to look any further than King Lludd for another instance, because around the time of Plague #1, they also had trouble with a tribe called the Coroneid. Give me that, I'll spell it. You haven't filled this properly, now have you? Your life's a SIM card, Jonathan. The requirements of penmanship are quite beyond you, lovely boy. They could hear anything that was said, one corner of Britain to the other. Imagine the power this gave them. Lludd's people were dismayed. How can you resist a tribe who hear your business, plans, tactics, secrets, the lot, even when you whisper? Soon they began to fear this tribe, but hear their thoughts too, which made them sick with self-consciousness. This was the second plague of Lludd's reign. Anyone who can't see how today shadows it has no more wit than a pickled turd, a white-bin economist. Know what I mean, Johnny? I do, Kennedy wanted to say. Someone's no doubt listening to all we say this minute. Bugging, surveillance, closed circuit, wiretaps and so on are now among the main forms of English activity. For every supposed terrorist, you've got at least 1.5 dozen intelligence operatives, special branch, monitors, nose pickers, fake landlords who are really disgraced opera singers that have been blackmailed into playing a part in counter-terrorism and staining their face to location, midgets who can fit in old holes, Andy-Andys, shite stirrers, werewolves and mechanics. They end up listening to everyone because since the communicating ability and potential connections of a suspect are unlimited, everywhere he wanders with his tiny phone is buggable. Ditto his connections. Don't put this there, put it in the middle, I'm improvising, obviously. And as we all know, there's a camera on every corner with an overweight lad keeping one eye on your movements in a control centre while he does the Daily Star puzzle page. Even when you're just going down the road, and if you try anything unorthodox, he's going to flag it. The eavesdropping and surveillance methods of today are shadows of the second plague of King Lludd. Got me? Which he cured by means of insects. It's a legend, sire. You may shake your head. The Spanish fly among them, a capital vesicant. Make a spy's face swell like a poppadom. Lovely green beetle till you powder him. Lenocinium linnaeus. Employed in the original Chinese stink bomb, Pong Dynasty. Latterly is an aphrodisiac. Bet you look it up when I'm gone. You lost Natalie. That's what you think, Scout. I forbid you on pain of you know what. Good, thank you.
One more time, please, for Michael Nath. Thank you very much.